But yeah, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Adobe. Why are investors beating the stock down? Why has it been down for 5 years? And how this could be the bottom. Now, I don't call bottoms, but you will understand in this video why this could be the bottom. For 5 years straight, the stock has went from 688 to 297, back to 634 to now 355. It's been a roller coaster for this stock. Adobe. I'm sure we all know Adobe. We've all heard of Adobe. Adobe's PE right now is 21.3 and their forward PE is 15.2. Adobe is being hated just because one reason, that ChatGPT is going to replace it, and that AI, Canva, Figma, other competitors are going to replace Adobe, and that the competition is rising. But 1 second, just 1 second. How about we look at Adobe's products and see if AI can truly replace it? Adobe has multiple products, not just one. But of course, their most famous products are Photoshop, Premiere, Illustrator, Adobe Stock, Adobe Express. But they have, as you can see, way much more. I mean, I can go down for a long time. These are all products that Adobe offer. Now, not just that, they also play in the marketing and commerce section, analytics, content and journeys, channel engagement. Of course, we also know Adobe from their PDF. But by far, what most people use Adobe for is their creativity and design products. Now, as you can see, those are 65 products and even more. Do you really think that ChatGPT can replace that? Well, first, before I answer this question, let's look at who are the customers for Adobe. These are notable companies that use Adobe: Nike, HBO, the New York Times, Coca-Cola, Deloitte. Now, do you really think that Nike, for their next ad that they're going to create, are gonna go to a Nano Banana and just type, make an image of this and that, or add this and that, and then just post it? Well, how about we test this ourselves? I will just type something as simple as that. Show a runner in motion wearing a Nike shoe with a clean background. The focus is speed, comfort, and performance. The ad should look like a real professional and ready to use. Now, I'm just testing the image quality that we're going to receive, and there is also one thing that I will touch on after we get an image. Now, this is the image that we have received. It's pretty good. If I would want to post something like this, I would. Now, here is why Nike would pay for Adobe. I just typed add a boat in the background. As you can see, we did get a boat in the background. Now I'll change something else. I said I want the boat to have a small Nike logo. Perfect. We got a Nike logo on the boat. Now, I'll also tweak something else. I said make the Nike logo a bit smaller. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the picture that we got after I said make the Nike logo a bit smaller. I'll show you the other picture. And this is the previous picture. You can see there is basically no difference between this Nike logo and this Nike logo. So the point I'm trying to achieve here is Adobe gives you freedom. Gemini, Nano Banana does not give you freedom. Now, this is a video from Adobe's YouTube channel, and this is what I mean by freedom. This is how companies will actually use AI.
Hi everyone, I'm here in Photoshop Web and I'm going to be using the new AI assistant. So let's put it to work. First, I'm going to use it to give me a head start on my project. You know, the photos I take normally need a little bit of love. My sky here is a little washed out and then I need to create some masks. This is perfect for the assistant because it can get me started on all of those things at once. I'm just prompting it in the right panel here to...
You see how they wrote a prompt the same way I did with Nano Banana?
decrease the brightness of everything except the subject, and increase the saturation of the entire image.
And it's amazing. You can see here, it's actually starting to, with one prompt, starting to look at the prompt, understand it, reason over it, and the AI assistant has decided to create a mask, generate a layer, do it all non-destructively so that Emma can go and fine-tune it right after.
Exactly.
Fine-tuning. This is the key here. It gives the creator freedom to move or adjust whatever he wants after creating an image. Now watch this one.
Go in and tweak things however I like.
You see how she just tweaked this? This is showing absolute freedom after creating an image. You can basically prompt an image or fix something and still have freedom to adjust or add whatever you want.
Talk about a glow up. Here's the before and here is the after. The assistant just coming in clutch, giving me that head start that I needed. And imagine how much time this would save me with 5, 10, 50 images and actions, right?
Absolutely. And what Emma just showed and what Jordan showed is how you can use the AI assistant to ask your application to do something for you that will save you time. And again, non-destructively so that you can go and perfect it. But what about advice? Sometimes you want to just ask it, what can I do? What can I make? What can I improve?
So glad you asked. So I think this is looking pretty good. I went ahead and dropped it into this design that I've been working on. And like you said, another great way to use the assistant is give me a second set of eyes. I can actually see what's on my canvas. Like I have some text and some other elements here. Of course, I'm in a new roof. Love that. Colors work well together. Thank you for whoever said that. Looks like my contrast is a little bit low in my text here. Can see that up here. The assistant actually gave me some really great suggestions on how to fix that. I have an idea though, David. Do you want to see what I got up my sleeve? I'm gonna change this to orange here. Let's bring out the color of the door. Let's make this just a smidge brighter, just like this. Amazing. Another example of the assistant helping me out, giving me a second set of eyes so I can design with confidence. Okay, so far I've used the assistant to give me a head start on my project, and we just saw it give me really useful feedback that I handled without crying. Thank you. Got one more thing for you. My layers panel is looking like a total mess. I know what you're all thinking, I know what you're thinking. Who let this girl on stage with unnamed layers? It's a rookie mistake, I know. So I'm gonna use the assistant to make me look a little bit better up here. Gonna give it one of my favorite prompts. Rename all my layers based on my content. Woo!
This is amazing. That the AI assistant, Bob. This is what we expected with the layer naming.
Yeah.
It's looking at all of your layers. It's doing a visual analysis, and then based on that, it's starting to change the names of the layers.
Exactly. It actually sees my content and knows what's in them, so it'll give me really great layer names. Check it out. Oh my gosh, you guys, my layers have literally never looked better. I know, this is amazing.
Now, this is a type of thing that would save companies hours and at the same time give them absolute freedom like what they're already used to. So as we concluded, AI is not removing Adobe. It's not going to delete the company. It's going to enhance it. It's going to save companies hours, because I want to say this again. The customers that use Adobe's are absolute professionals. They are not me. They are not you. They are not people that are trying to post a small Instagram story with some beautiful edits. No, these are projects that are worth hundreds of thousands and being edited to be promoted in a certain place. For example, if a company or they're trying to make a movie, are they gonna use AI to also video edit things? You know, when you see a movie poster, do you think they're gonna use AI to do this? No matter how AI advances, they still want to have this freedom. Editing, removing, adding, and this is what they get with Adobe. Let's also look at their revenues. They're growing their revenues by 17.34%. ChatGPT was really launched back in 2022, but you can say that it's starting getting advanced more like 2024. And even though we still saw a revenue increase, the funny thing is that since 2024, Adobe's operating margin went up by nearly 5%. So their operating margin is sitting at 36.6%, and their gross profit margin is sitting at 89.3%. They're also growing their cash flows by 22%. And touching again on their PE, which is 21.31, it's the cheapest where Adobe has ever been. I mean, yeah, sure, you can say the cheapest was 19.3, but you know what I mean. And same thing with their forward PE. Now, how efficient is Adobe? Adobe went from 17.3% to 35% in their return on invested capital. Usually, I want to see companies before 10, 15%. But Adobe is sitting at 35.8%, the highest it has ever been. I mean, I don't really know what to say. The company is trading at an attractive price, lowest PE and forward PE. The company is using AI. The company also has a very strong moat. In my first video ever, I said that one thing I don't like about Adobe is their price hikes. But what I came to realize is this is actually an advantage for them. Adobe has raised their prices many times and their customers have complained about it. But if you notice, their customers are still there. This is the perfect type of business that they want. When you still raise your prices, but you still have your customers with you, and your revenue is still increasing, this shows how much a big of a moat that you have, and really that you don't have any other substitute for your business. I think Adobe is going to outperform in 2026, and I think the narrative is playing perfectly for Adobe. Investors and people think that ChatGPT is going to ruin the business, and then you have them integrating AI into their products, and at the same time their revenues are increasing, their margins are increasing, their return on capital invested are increasing. Everything is increasing. This is the type of company that I want to buy, when there is a dislocation between the fundamentals and the narrative. The fundamentals are high, and at the same time, the price is low. So Adobe is a company that I will be buying for 2026. The integrated AI, there's no other business to substitute Adobe. Companies that use them are Fortune 500 companies. AI only is going to make Adobe even stronger. And they're also trading at their cheapest PE ratio. This is not financial advice, but I myself will be buying Adobe for 2026 and hold it for the long term. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.